proud moment for us. The whole year we wait for this one particular event, not just to know the success about the company, but also to see the numbers are growing bigger and bigger, right? So just put your hands together to start our inaugural dance by Tejaswini and group.
Brace yourselves. The next 1 hour is going to be more entertainment than the previous. I don't even think Tony knows what's coming. He's only going to be part of that 1 hour, and then there is a journey after that. So we're going to take you through an amazing journey probably you've not been through before. You can see the stage setting behind me. It's set that way for a particular reason. And the journey after my speech and when Tony starts off is also going to happen for a particular reason. Brace yourselves as I invite Tony to present the theme of the evening. With a round of applause.
Good evening. I'm not just going to say good evening, boys. I'm going to say good evening, boys and girls. So, what am I going to talk about today? I could talk about an incredibly boring subject, but I don't think so. I could talk at length about the scribing industry, how it's going to start, how it's going to expand. So I'm not going to talk about that in particular. I could talk about our growth rates. I could talk about the number of DRs we create. I could talk about our customer service scores, all of which are exceptional. I could talk about the number of DAs we create. Last month we created 15, which was a record. Every month we seem to break some sort of record. So that's kind of accountant speak, pretty boring. So, what should I talk about? Yes, we will continue to expand. That's an accepted part of our future. I really don't want to talk about expansion as a goal in itself. We will expand, and we will expand rapidly in the next 2 years. So, what should I be talking about? Yes, you. You are by far the most important ingredient in OG Healthcare's future, and you have been the most important ingredient in our past. Now let me give you one basic statistic about the US healthcare industry going forward. There was an industry study that says by 2020, which is only 2 years away, the US healthcare system will require 100,000 scribes. 100,000. Now, we are providing currently 117. So, that is more than anyone else, but it's still just a drop in the ocean. So, will we produce 100,000 scribes in 2 years? Of course we won't. Will we produce a lot more scribes in the next 2 years? Of course we will. And it's not me producing those scribes, it's you producing those scribes. So that is about only 1 scribe per every 9 doctors in the US. And that is before we even consider doctors in the Middle East, Australia, Singapore, New Zealand, and maybe even in the UK. This is an opportunity we cannot miss. That, coupled with the fact that the US healthcare system is both incredibly expensive, it takes up 18% of GDP, which is an enormous sum, right? An enormous sum. And coupled with the fact the resources in the US are minuscule in terms of the requirement. So yes, our opportunity is absolutely immense. Now, some people will say that opportunity will be taken by artificial intelligence, machine learning, blockchain, and other technologies. A lot of people say these technologies will disrupt the status quo. And a lot of people say these technologies will reduce workers. Yes, they will, but they will not reduce skilled workers. Skilled workers are still an exception that proves the rule. So, Our vision is not about AI or artificial intelligence. OG's healthcare vision is about human intelligence, HI, supported maybe by AI, but human intelligence will give that extra empathy and level of service that AI can never give. AI, I have no doubt, will play an important ingredient in our future, and it will be part of everyone's job, my job as well as your job. But it will not, supplant skilled workers like you, or unique workers like yourself. So, our vision is human intelligence. What we're about is not only producing that excellent, flawless medical document for the patient and the doctor. Yes, that is quite frankly taken as read. Our vision is about delivering something more. It's about making the world a better place for those patients who need our service. So yes, the perfect document, but something more than that, helping the doctor to deliver a healthcare experience second to none. So let me be clear. You may think our customers are orthopedics. Yes, orthopedics are a truly important part of the mix. Our real customers are not even the doctors. Our real customers are those patients who need our help to get better and to have a healthier, prosperous life. These are the real customers, and this is what we should be focusing on in the coming years. So, the centre of our focus should be the patient. Understanding the patient is the real customer is what we should be about, and what I am sure will make the difference between us and everyone else in this industry. We're not just a back office. We deliver patient care along with the doctor, albeit through a fantastic quality document, but also helping the doctor and taking away his stress every moment of every day. So we should have that genuine concern for the patient, and this is where human intelligence will always beat artificial intelligence. Now, many of you probably haven't travelled first class. If you travel first class, you get a great experience. If you travel economy class, you get a terrible experience. You're cramped, it's not enjoyable. You deliver a first class service to our current providers. That I have no doubt, and it's something that you should be thoroughly congratulated for. So, this first class service, how is it delivered? What is the secret ingredient? Actually, someone at Orthopedics about 3 years ago coined the phrase OG Healthcare's secret sauce. And at that time I didn't quite understand what he meant, but yes, there is the secret sauce. And the secret sauce is about you. A sauce may have a simple recipe, but the ingredients are sometimes difficult to harvest. You are those ingredients. And we blend your ingredients with 5 principles. The famous OG 5 principles, which are Customer first, yes. And second? Yes, straightforward. Third? Fourth? And fifth? Good. Maybe I can learn something today. So, that is the blend that makes OG different. And it will help us to deliver the extra service to our customer. Let me give you some examples. Today we have two scribes not here, Arendra and Haroon, who are working. They do so gladly. We've got a load of transcriptionists who are probably also unsung and unmentioned most of the time, who have starting to arrive, who've been working all day delivering their version of superb healthcare to Australia. And then there are some exceptional people. Unfortunately, now we are too big to mention all the exceptional people. But let me just mention two. Someone came to the office in plaster, having broken their ankle a few hours earlier. So, an extraordinary feat of self-discipline and customers first. Hamsaveni. She had broken her ankle a few hours earlier and refused to let any other scribe manage her doctor. I have broken my ankle, and while she came to work 3 hours or 4 hours after she broke it, I took 3 and 4 days off. So I know how painful that must have been. A truly extraordinary feat of putting the customer first. And then we have someone else who came to the office with dengue. Someone who should have been a patient, but wanted to look after other patients. Yoganath, truly extraordinary. Being straightforward, sometimes pretty damn difficult. But when you look, we have a lot of operational incidents, as you know, but when you look at those incidents, 99.99% are self-declared straightforward. A great example of straightforward. If you make a mistake, you declare it, we manage it, and we get over it, and we learn from it. Fantastic. Ego. Oh my goodness, ego in India. This is not about having ego, this is about having no ego. Yes, there are many, many examples, let's be honest. And we can all joke about ego in India, but there are many examples. And perhaps no better examples than Izo and Manish, who have humility at their core. Respect, difficult one. But Arif bought sweaters for the housekeeping team in winter because he felt they weren't paid enough. Very embarrassing for me, because maybe I should have done that. But a wonderful gesture nonetheless. And learn something new every day. Well, in the last couple of weeks, as you know, I've been doing lots of interviews for the deputy client manager position. And all I could tell was lots of people are learning lots of things every single day. So you all ought to be congratulated, because the interviews were incredibly rewarding. there are many, many examples of our OG principles. Last year, I gave you examples of how people in a steady state audit always got 50. The trouble is this year, there are too many. I will be here probably till 9 o'clock tonight. So all of you that do that, you know who you are, I know who you are, so congratulate yourselves. These are the things that human intelligence brings to the table. Artificial intelligence is a key technology, but human intelligence has evolved over millennia, and that is you. These are what you should bring to the table so that OG can lead and you can lead. You can be a leader, and also lead. So leadership, the essence of leadership is about service. It's about service to others, not ourselves. Leadership is not a title or a fancy office. It's about who we are. Leadership is about not what we receive, it is about what we give. And that is what OG should be delivering. And you, if you want to be the leaders, you need to lead in that way. Give and not take. So it is an incredible pleasure to get up here today and talk to you about these things. We've been many years on this journey, and leadership is everything. So what I want OG to do is lead the industry so we deliver fantastic healthcare to our clients. We're not seen as just another back office. We are seen as delivering something different and unique. Because OG Healthcare, we are unique. So, there is too many people who do too many good things to mention everyone. You know, we will be recruiting 45 people this month in August, which will take us past the 350 mark and onward towards 500. So, all of you have the opportunity to lead and help all the new trainees that will come through the system to assimilate the levels of healthcare delivery and service that you have been delivering over these past few years. That way, we can make everyone happy. You happy because you are delivering something unique and different, or medics happy because they don't have to worry about us, the doctor happy, and most important, the patient happy because they know they are in excellent hands. You've all worked incredibly hard to get us where we are today. But today, we're still at the start. We are just starting. And it's those 5 principles, together with your ingredients, that are going to make this small start into a big success. It's not me, it's not Sanjeev, it's not Wahid, it's you doing those small actions every day that make the patient and the doctor feel valued and happy. So what I want you to do is to ensure that when you leave the office every day, you have made a positive impact on someone's life. That is our vision. That can never be delivered by artificial intelligence. It can only be delivered by human intelligence and people like you. Thank you.
I guess you've got a chance to glance that pamphlet that was given to you. That's the formula for success. Now you will see on page 2, there are 10 enablers and 10 disablers. While the OG principles stand out, there are some other enablers in the background that are also working on the edifice of the 5 principles, making us who we are. Now I am here to present a 6th ingredient. Sorry Tony, I mean, I'm taking the liberty to present a 6th ingredient, what makes us who we are. Now before we get to the 6th ingredient, let me quickly summarize what the 5 are. Customer first. What do we mean by customer first? Putting the customer first in everything we do. Second one, being straightforward. Clarity of communication, clarity of perception, no cutting corners, no excuses, no flattery. Saves time. The worst situations can be handled easily to get to a win-win situation. No ego. Basically, it is about putting self-interest behind. No negative competition. Ensure you better yourself. You're your own competition. Learning something new every day. I call this the Aadhaar card of OG. You don't exist if you don't learn. Tony will kill you. So you better learn something new every day. Did I miss something? Respect for all. Respect for essentially being considerate, empathy towards your colleagues, treat others the way you want to be treated. Now let me quickly get, Tony's given enough examples of these 5 principles, so let me get the 6th one. I'll explain the 6th principle using a story that I tell my daughter. Okay, so can we have the lights off please? Okay, the tortoise and the hare had an argument about who's faster. They decided to settle the argument with a race. They decided the route in the forest and they went on the race. The hare ran as fast as it could, ran several miles, and then looked back to see the tortoise nowhere in sight. So he stopped, tried to take rest under a tree. The cool breeze blowing, he went off to sleep. The tortoise came plodding slowly, saw the hare sleeping, went another kilometer, touched the finish line, and became an undisputed leader. So we know the story, this is the story that we've grown with, but we assume that the story ended there. Unfortunately, it didn't. Now poor hare went back and did some introspection. It said, okay, I shouldn't have lost this race. There's no way I could have lost this race. I was lax, I was careless, and I took the race for granted. So it decided to change strategy. It told to itself, the hare told itself, that I'll cajole the tortoise for another race. And so he did. And they went on another race. This time, the hare took off from start to finish and won the race by a mile. So what is the moral of the story? The moral of the first story was slow and steady wins the race, yes. The moral of the second story is fast and consistent is better than slow and steady. Real-time scribing is definitely better. So, and if we thought the story ended there, it didn't. Now the tortoise went back to do some thinking, and it, after some analysis and data collection, it decided that it's not going to win the race in the way the race is formatted. So it had to change, the tortoise had to change strategy. So what did the tortoise do? It went back to the hare and said, we'll have a race, but we'll change the route. Okay, so they started the race. The hare, as usual, its self-commitment to run from start to finish, started running, only to come in front of a broad river. Now, after an hour or so, the tortoise came by. The hare was standing there, not knowing how to cross the river. The tortoise jumped into the river, swam, went on the other bank, ran another mile and won the race. So what is the moral of the story now? The moral of the story is play to your core competencies, right? Create your field of play based on your core competencies and achieve success. Did the story end there? No, it did not. So by this time, the hare and the tortoise had become friends. They've been doing this for some time, right? These are days have elapsed, so they've become friends now. So they both get together and start thinking. And then they decide, we could have run this race better than we did so far. So what do we do? So they put up a plan and they started the race again. Now the hare ran carrying the tortoise on its back. And it went up to the river. Then the tortoise took over with the hare on top of the tortoise, crossed the river, and then the hare took over again to reach the finish line. So what is the moral of the story now? The moral of the story is, individually we may be brilliant, individually we may excel in multiple things. Teamwork always pays better. So the sixth ingredient in that secret sauce is teamwork, and we are who we are because of all of us. Not one, not two, not 10, but all of us. So keep up the great work, guys. Congratulations, OG. The tagline for this evening is Go OG Go. Years during the annual event that we show you a journey, right? A journey that OG made from when we started in 2014. We have a different presentation this time dedicated to all OGIs. The journey started with a vision to be the ultimate customer-centric healthcare documentation company in the world. We embarked on a journey never taken before, paths untrodden, challenges galore. In the pursuit of excellence, our values in the core. We celebrate that journey as we hit 4. One man's dream, a trusted and spirited team, with Sanj Patel, the pillar and the beam. A process came, the pilot we cracked, tech ultimate, Augmedix backed. Five trainees were picked, the dream was shared, a team was formed, motivated and prepared. A process so niche, we started to teach, our training evolved, the problem was solved. We cracked the code, went into expansion mode, announcing the world that rubber had hit road. Recruitment flew, experienced and freshers, training flourished amid all the pleasures. Outcome scribes, the best in class, providing service absolutely world class. Providers smiled, trust was gained, accolades came, customer service was the game. We grew in strength, there was no looking back. Despite peaks and troughs, we wouldn't crack. Lest we forget the transcription team, chugging away like a dream. Core values they personify, propelling OG to a new high. As we approach the crossroads, core values in our heart, to make that giant leap, a new path we chart. Our culture, our edifice, employees, the pillars. We never say no. Go, OG, go. Thank you.
So my name is Aditya and we will be your MCs for this evening. So to introduce our next performers, well, words don't begin to do justice.
When words fail, music speaks.
So please let's hear a huge round of applause for our next performers, Ant and Srividya.
இந்த கொள்ளை நிலா உடல் நனைகின்றது இங்கு சொல்லாத இடம் கூட குளிர்கின்றது மனம் சூடான இடம் தேடி அலைகின்றது வெள்ளை மழை இங்கு பொழிகின்றது இந்த கொள்ளை நிலா உடல் நனைகின்றது மலர் மஞ்சள் சேராத பெண்ணிலா என் மார்போடு வந்தாடுதோ இங்கு சொல்லாத இடம் கூட குளிர்கின்றது வரும் சூடான இடம் தேடி அடைகின்றது வெள்ளை மழை எங்கு பொழிகின்றது இந்த கொள்ளை நிலாவுடன் அடைகின்றது Yes, definitely we have one.
So, awesome was that performance, huh? So up next, keeping up with the spirit of the evening, up next we have Shashi Kumar from the Day Shift Transcriptionist Department performing for us. So put your hands up for him.
Kali Kotlu Batli Hangelaiku Kali Kotlu Batli Hangelaiku Kantumba Neeru Paitumba Neeru Kantumba Neeru Paitumba Nijwaglu 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 Baru Ganmatlata
It's time to say hello to them. Welcome to my world. I am here to rule all your brains, but I am not alone. Want to see? Meet my friends.
I am the uncrowned emperor of this world. Emperor, I know more than all of your generation's knowledge put together. I'll keep an eye, like a vulture, on each and every movement you do.
Look at me. I am WhatsApp. I'll be entering in the life of each and every human being, whether they are children, housewives, or aged persons.
Do you know me? I'm Twitter. All big shots, you name it, politicians, actors, sports personnel, or reporters. No one will be able to live without me.
Here I am. I am Bluetooth. I am the one who can teach you things that can destroy the world. I will destroy the minds of the entire young generation.
There is full of harmony and peace now, but this shall not prevail long enough. Our days will come sooner, and then we will rule the world.
As we can see, it is the era of the 1990s. Going back to the three friends, we have Amar, his wife Ramya, and his daughter Nitya. Akbar, his wife Ammu, and his son Imran. And finally, Anthony and his family. Let's see what's going on.
Okay, mummy. Hello?
Hello Nitya, how are you? Have you not gone to school today?
No, uncle, I missed my bus today. How is Imran, uncle?
Yeah, he is well. He has gone to school. Where's your dad? Give the phone to him.
One second, uncle. Daddy, uncle is calling you.
Hello, hey dude, what's up man?
Do you know something? Motorola is releasing a pager.
Pager? What is it?
It's a device that beeps with a short message to inform that someone wishes to contact them.
Oh, is it? Then I think it will be really helpful to contact people when they are outside. Tell me when can we buy that?
Yeah, I am free now. Come, let's go.
Yeah, sure. Meet you in 5 minutes. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Now, Anthony misses his bachelor life. His wife is out of town at the moment. And he has a servant, Ramu, who stays with him. Let's see what's happening now.
I'm free today. No wife, no tension. Yeehaw! It's time to lead a passive life again. Ramu? 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 Ramu?
Yeah, what is it? Why are you shouting like this?
I'm hungry. I've kept 20 rupees on the table there. Go get me 2 masala doshas.
What if the masala dosas are not there?
It's 10 in the morning. All the shops will be open. You'll definitely get it. You always have a habit of speaking in a negative tone only.
Okay. Abhi is not there. This program is always enjoying. Let her come, I will tell her.
How much is
just 2 dosas.
It's 20 rupees for 2 dosas.
I want 2 dosas for 20 rupees.
It's 20 rupees for 2 dosas.
No, I want 2 dosas for 20 rupees.
Arey, both are same man. Give it.
What is this? Only one dosha? Where's the other one?
Sister,
What? Are you gone crazy? You're going to spoil my mood itself. I told you to get 2 doshas for me and you brought only one. Where's the other one?
this is the other one.
Ramu, come, just please sit. Please sit. How much money do you take from the table there?
20 rupees.
Are you sure you took 20 rupees only?
Yes.
Did you go to the shop?
Yes.
Did you meet the shop guy?
Yes.
Very good. What did you say to him?
I said him, give me 2 masala dosas for 20 rupees.
Okay, did he give you both the doshas?
Yes.
Okay, here is one. Where's the other one?
Here is the other one.
You idiot! Don't try to make me a fool. I told you for 2 masala doshas, you bring me one. You get out from here.
What happened? Why are you guys fighting?
I told this guy to bring me 2 masala doshas for 20 rupees and he only brought me one. And when I'm asking me where's the other one, he's making a fool out of me.
What man? Only this much? For this you are scolding this innocent boy? What did Anthony say you in the morning?
He told me to bring 2 masala dosas for 20 rupees.
Did you take the money from the table?
Yes.
How much?
20 rupees.
Did you go to shop?
Yes.
How many dosas you ordered?
I ordered 2 dosas for 20 rupees.
Did you take the parcel correctly?
Yes.
Then there is only one dosa here. Where is the other one?
This is the other one.
Don't show your face anymore, you bugger. Get out from my home.
Imran and Nitya have grown into teenagers, and now they're attending college. We'll see what's going on in their lives right now.
Hello?
Hi, it's Amar here.
Hey Amar, what's happened man? I call your landline number. Your wife said that you are not at home. Where are you calling from?
No dude, I am coming back from office and on my way to home and I am calling you through my mobile phone.
Mobile phone? What's that?
Remember you once introduced me to a pager?
Yes.
Now let me introduce to you a more better device, the mobile phone.
What is it?
In pager, there was only one-way communication possible. That too only through text messaging. But in mobile phone, you can call and receive calls as well as text messaging as well.
Really? That's amazing. Where did you buy from? And tell me when you are free. Even I want to buy one.
I am on my way to home and will be reaching in 30 minutes. After that, let's go and buy it first.
Oh great, I'll be waiting for you. Bye.
Bye.
The advent of the mobile phone was soon followed by the internet. And then came smartphones, our mini handheld internet devices which bring the world to the palm of our hands. Let's go back to Amar's family and see what's happening there.
Our days are come. Let's not miss it. Let's not miss this golden opportunity to rule the world. Let's look for our praise.
Hey Nitya, your mom told me that you have topped your exam and this is a small surprise gift for you.
Gift? Wow! Thank you, Daddy. Mummy, see what Dad gave me. Oh, what is this? Mobile phone? Oh, what was the need for this? What if you're going to spoil a child?
You don't know anything, dear. The world is moving very fast. My child have to keep up with the pace. Being parents, we have to support our child. You better go and prepare dinner. I'm feeling hungry. Don't worry, I have got a surprise gift for you.
Now that the devils have seized the opportunity, we'll take a look at what's going on in Akbar's family.
Do you have any money left with our household expenses?
Yes, but why are you asking?
You know, Amar has gifted his daughter a smartphone as she has topped her exam. And our son has also ranked well in his entrance. I want to give him a better phone.
Of course we have. I have saved enough money to get him a good phone.
Wonderful. Then let's go and give him a surprise.
Mom, you know, Nitya's dad has gifted her a smartphone. Even I need one. As all of my friends are using it, and even I have ranked well in my entrance, even I need one.
Son, we are your friend. We know your requirements very well. Me and your dad has already gotten one for you, a better one.
Oh, thank you, Mom. You're the best parents in the world. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir. I have a little work to do.
Move! Move! It's all mine. Play my game. I'm fluid.
You have seen how the devils have begun their work. Now, before we move to the next part of our story, we'll take a look at a comparison of a snapshot of the present generation versus the past.
The first scene relates to the times in the past when there was attraction and joy in playing games, and to the present where video games have taken over. The routine life for the past versus present. You can see how well the time is utilized in both. Do I need to say more? Let's see it. So now, how does the communication change in the romance matter? Let us see. So, how many of us remember the old theatre days? I'm sure many of you do realize that today there are no more theatre days. So let's have a look. Alas, the last scene. Even the funeral plays a part of it. So let's see how the communication gap has created this.
The ramifications of social media in our lives are many. With so much information available on a Google search, with so many online friends and status updates to keep up with so many online games that glue us to our seats for hours, is it any wonder that our youngsters are becoming overstimulated, self-absorbed, self-obsessed, and condescending? We'll see how this gradually unravels the story. Now, going back to Anthony, let's see how he's using the new technology. Has there been any improvement in the delivery of his order? Once again, his wife is out of town.
Yeah! I'm finally free again after so many years. Wife and kids have gone to the granny's place. That last occasion was spoiled by that stupid Ramu. Let's not ruin this opportunity. I'm very hungry. Let me fill my stomach up with something. Okay, so let me see. Let me open Swiggy. Okay, 2 chicken pizzas with extra cheese toppings from Swiggy. Come in, the door is open. Ramu, is that you?
Yes, sir. I am working as a delivery boy for Swiggy.
Oh, very good to know that, Ramu. After all that has happened between us, I feel like now you have become more mature and more responsible. Can you please give me the delivery? Ramu? Hey Ramu, I had ordered for 2 pizzas and paid online. See here? See, I paid it through online through cash from Swiggy. And now you're showing me only 1 pizza? Where's the other one?
This is the other one, sir.
Ramu!
All the social medias have already invaded the market with their evil intentions. Now let's see how things unravel.
Come on, Mom. You have been doing very good and have followed all my commands. Now, kill that person again. Kill them. Very good. Now, go. Get up. And kill their parents. It's terrible. Very good. Now, take an iron and make a mark of the way on your hand. You can do it, Ron. Don't be afraid. You are a warrior. Show the world that you are a fearless commander. Now, I am giving you the ultimate task, which will prove that you are a fearless man. Come on, Ron. Show the world that you do not fear death. Go and jump from the building. Take your life. This is
What has happened to our kid? Why he has secluded himself and not talking to us?
God knows what is happening. I have tried to talk to Imran, but he did not allow me to enter his room.
Oh God! Imran, my son, what happened? What happened to our kid?
Oh my God, what is happening?
Nitya? 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 You're always busy and chatting on the phone. You're wasting your valuable time.
I'm not wasting my time, Mom. I'm opening up the windows to the world.
Opening up the windows to world? My foot! Don't scold her. She's my daughter. She will manage.
Obviously, she's my daughter too.
That's my sweet dad. My online buddies will be waiting. Bye, everybody.
Again chatting? One day this will ruin you.
Just a second, Mom. It will be over very soon. What? Who posted it here? My whole career is ruined. Oh my God.
Don't swear by the name of God.
Where I am, God cannot be.
Who are you?
Who I am is not important. What's important is that you are another victim of mine. The latest.
Please don't crucify me for such a silly mistake. I beg you.
Your mistakes are my life bread, my dear charming lady. I always keep an eye for mistakes, and when it happens, I put my sharp teeth into your tender heart, and then slowly, very slowly, we put you to death. Your life is over. Millions of eyes will lap your image and will tear you into pieces and will drink on your virgin blood. This what happens. You decide. It's your destiny.
What happened? What's the matter? What happened, Nitya? Please call the doctor. Call the doctor quick.
Hello? Doctor? Please come soon. It's an emergency. It's my daughter.
Don't worry, Amma. Everything will be fine. She just had an overdose of social media. You know, we need to be very careful what we expose our kids to. His mind are very fragile. Don't worry.
One more victim. They think they can stop me? I won't allow even the mightiest of power to stop me. My next victim will be one amongst you.
That concludes our skit. I'd like to thank you all for being with us and supporting us throughout. I'd also like to thank the team as a whole for putting together this memorable performance. I'd also like to thank the management for giving us the opportunity, encouragement, and support through this all. Thank you.
Really need to, especially clap for this talent who has newly joined us, that is Stanley Renault Matthew. He is going to juggle, okay, and this is something very, very unique to OG. guys? Something different from what we usually see. So our next performer is basically someone who we always wait to see. She is at least someone, for 1 year I have been waiting to see. I'm a big fan of hers. Okay, and she stole our hearts with Babuji. I hope you all remember. At least you remember the Nagin dance, what she did with Sanjeev. The Chota Packet. Do you all remember the Chota Packet? Can you please put your hands together to welcome Tripti?
What a performance. Act tough to follow. but I think we have you covered. So please, with a round of applause, cheering and hooting, please welcome Kiran and his group.
മധുപകരു മലച്ചൊരിയു അനുരാഗ പൗർണമി
come on. How was the performance so far? Much better.
Some dance for laughter, some dance for tears.
Some dance for madness and some for fears.
Some for fun and some for screams.
And then there are those who just dance for dreams. So please put your hands together for the backpackers.
नमस्ते सलामा आ गए फिर से करने हंगामा बोरिंग लम्हों को कर दे गुलामी जश्न रुकने न देंगे जरा भी अपना फेमस है याराना अपने संग तू भी आ जाना थोड़ी दुनिया से शर्माना जोरों जोरों से तू चिल्लाना
Everything's gonna be cool, cool, man. Everything's gonna be cool, cool, man.
What is it?